Yamamu na kwa basa sama machine ediaba Goza Media so anase Goza TV so and then kita wonsa boso me da etoso edu 9 2025 na seni dwumedie no yabo ho de wura no Ebaanesen dwumedie eso enie na enen so no opini enya no chief Magnus adwuma bobe papa enya sampetwa kra na empenise enkokwato se komna nchiji ne pese ejini ninje ni bi pa sana wa bakokora anase nyame atonsa frɛ no yensu ye de aboye ho brantie ne ya bepie mu ewo nankasa ne fie akyerese ne no eba betwetwe enkomo na ne yenkomo ayedie no ye kasa e de afa akanye anase leadership eho who qualifies to be a leader we ye kandimia ushu ene wo ban no esese ene wo title no ko anase wo pese wo bo bra bia sanse we kandinti eno komo enna enne yeba abetwetwe betini edi achi na wo so wo de komo anase wadwenkyere edi afadwumedie kai sem ye wo host kachwe nana ya asantwa wa ye kradwa kanu ate na yenko bi ni kese wona wan kasa no ohwe ensem no wa eba na enka wo pese ye wo fidi anase schooli akuye video fufo chief ye wa kwa ba
so
and then so no no na nyakufu ayade won sa TV mama yese ye no wadi ehie biom ye ni asopa chief ene yen komo ne die tia wa ebia wodi 30 minutes kra na ye wie ye bi say why na ye betimi afre ne se we oye okandini anase this person is a leader say oye leader no a esuban anase emfaso ben na ye ne all di yesu peni no ye hwe ni mo se ye benya
thank you for having me. That's this, I'll jump right into it. Okay. Leadership is your leadership are your a born leader.
Okay.
Any leadership are your chair.
Okay.
Somebody who's groomed to become a leader.
Okay.
And that's what.
Okay.
Now, whichever leadership that you fall under, also will you be a war vision.
Okay.
Because who believe for. So the direction in which you're leading them, you should be somebody who can be able to see ahead kakra.
Okay.
To be able to lead.
Okay.
And your qualities be and so leadership is edible.
Okay.
For example, number one thing in leadership is integrity.
Okay.
Obi odin prayer. Obi to me kind of prayer, even if it's any easier. To me kind of prefer.
Okay.
So integrity it has to be there.
Okay.
And you want skills this why you want leadership by example.
Okay.
Obia or your leader or to me set the example no at some point crown physically.
Okay.
Or boo or no what tenacity or ko bojuba no so be kai me but Rollins time no not you Rollins to me back neighborhood every clinic gratis on the weekend.
I say it will be or that traffic was saying.
Recently,
okay.
That time na young na Rollins were power.
Okay.
On one kasa quality boots ebetiti got them. The videos were.
Okay.
Ubon say baby no only railway lines.
Okay.
Only farmers need you no tractor. A leadership by example. And a leadership from a distance, with the office and out to baby and all directions. Well, personal assistant, public mind, the other kind of leadership too. But whichever leadership you have, I will see it at some point when you groom it, we check how a leader is supposed to be.
Okay.
The kind of values you're supposed to have. It be a discipline. Follow through. Truthfulness, no prayer. Okay. Integrity and openness. Make yourself much more transparent. Be more. And say, Idi Amin the car say, if I have something to say, I'll say it.
Okay.
And if I don't have anything to say, I won't say anything.
Okay.
It was funny, but it's true.
Okay.
And anything behind a leadership, he has something to say. He has to also have proper listening skills. Tia se momo kano.
As wakasa.
No. Tia adena ose wo lead them. Listen to what the people who you are leading are telling you.
Okay.
Don't go off track. Who's a wow style I would say. And they were different styles of leadership. If you want to almost delegate, almost jumano, your friend of micromanaging. Say, who a presenter? Now, who some manage cameraman? Now, some manage me like guy. Now, who micromanage?
Oh,
Obiara ejuma.
Okay. As a main interfere me more independence no more in the Oma Casabet.
Yeah, you will leadership, sir.
Okay.
And you work sometimes, and also 1 year sometimes, I'll be aloof. They say the past instance, they see a bang more. The leader wasn't checking the ministers. Okay. If they don't know what's going on. On your micromanager, but at the same time, you know, is not able to check on the people to see what they're doing. Yes.
That's all one can dinner old dinko for one casa or shed down and meaning the fat to me right there, man. And that's a position of woman. Only to me or another on Tiasi and I said
in Africa, no. Nanka, your system of grooming leadership to the traditional system.
Okay.
But we've lost it. And Ghana has specifically in Nkrumah time near something called young pioneers. You grooming leadership so we share old videos in the old 6 March, no more yet gymnastics. No more Ghana is 50 years old gymnastics, you know, really young pioneers back in the day. No more some girls and boys brigades. And we cool kuma you show we exercise what discipline we international politics pan-africanism we later on we leader what as to what the vision of the country is. They've been a Yakofa right now where political parties bring their manifesto. The manifesto is not the country's plan. Into you know another one to manifesto about. So why are we running the country on manifestos or running on the country's national development plan? It's all a sign of disorganized leadership. And it was centralized leadership. Ubua leadership is central. And it also is scattered, decentralized. Yes. And also as leaders, most of the leaders we have in Africa are not groomed. They may be groomed based on the fact that you're mentor. For you to become a leader, you have to have a mentor who be a what still. Who be a senior man or no one, a senior woman, or guidance as to how to talk in public, when to attack, when to be neutral. But by the time we go as a position, now we will tools now to become a leadership. But most of the leaders we have now are people who are rich or wealthy. They can buy their way into the leadership. And if the regular businesses, the owner of the business, who is the richest person in the business, is worshipped like a god. And I'm into a man leadership because a dictatorial, meaning that someone can any final. It is a weird mistake. Because be so.
That's what we're correcting.
Yes.
Okay.
Like I've said before, if you go and serve your country, once you are finished, if you serve honorably, then you become an honorable citizen. Not whilst you are serving.
That is a chief, yasu some penny for the swama, woman swing to me where swana because assemblyman crying a friend honorable and as a twins honorable here, as I said, Miska, your board honorable, as I said, oh my iska. Don't you think, say, young short for no, yes, subordinate, yen, I must uncle for near to me where swan.
And then require very, very important, the attitude of the citizens creates that type of leadership. Yes, also. When you be able to also, how you call honorable when there's potholes in your community? How you call honorable when the gutters are choking? What does it? You don't have anything quantitative thing there with mapping points and win my own. Now you're still like honorable. And I don't know what happened. Some 20 years ago, it became a thing to be a MP or something. Oh my, say, MP, you can be an MP, I can be an MP, anybody can be an MP. You're a member of parliament, that's what it is. And your public service, actually, we are citizens. It's called your public servant. Until sometimes, the honorable title that they give them, how do you say it? But if you want to tell me, I showed you some document earlier on that you will see that document after you serve honorably. Maybe I must say we are honorable discharge. And now say once any two honorably a general discharge. When your mistakes be bad, we okay. But who and now who could manage sika or something, and you about dishonorable discharge. It's not everybody that gives. Yes.
Okay.
Obia or your government official, MP or whatever. What could be sika? How can it be honorable?
Sure. Oh, still a friend.
Yes, the title has become something that's being misused, and it puts other people on a pedestal. Who was the one now motorcade back? It's where do we get that from?
Sometimes cry no. And you penny be near bound. Set you a almost frail. She said, "Oh, be now our friend is a traffic walk on one. Oh, to say, oh no, you are more than a citizen. You can't join the traffic. So no one motorcade need you. So it will look as if say president be never. There's nobody is coming. A normal person. What fat title? And say, I throw a baby man title in the show. Just as of Phyllis, I don't deserve to start in the traffic. Therefore, me sue traffic and I mean quote many a hydrogen.
Who say diplomacy is part of leadership.
Okay.
And since most of the people who are quote unquote leaders are in their positions, you know,
okay.
They didn't groom them. As a public servant, if you are moving within the public, it's not traffic. See how long it takes. You know, yes, sometimes almost they have to be there in a timely fashion. But what's not traffic away later, you will see the pain of the people. You will know that you have to fix the streets, fix the drainage system, fix the sanitation, and the mark why they say. But who feel it on top of that V8 and on tip potholes. You can't feel it. And a young citizens, you know, we don't know how to make the leadership work. And don't see a problem.
Okay.
We don't know how to make them work. Maybe so. Who do you assembly my office? Who do you MP office? Who do you DC office? Waiting. If you are who got 2 other man, 1 to other man, but who need to be your age? Who do you be actually manage community in Mao? Who need? And there's no follow up. How many people are voting out? They're going to go to the MP's office. How many? Okay. Yeah, go school. There was to be a friend civics. A chair in local government. And it's on current affairs. We here in the social studies. You don't understand the structure of government. Ghana no year assembly system, municipal systems. It is what municipal chief executive. How many assemblyman with the members of parliament? In any country that has a democratic system, so to speak, you want to know where the state or federal or county or local representatives are, so you can make them do their job. Yeah, the end said, most of the time when I watch parliament on TV now, they're on their phones. Because there's too much joking around. The speaker no more deal off. I don't see that serious at all. And and to average person as well. Only the elite or people who are educated can follow that kind of discourse and understand it properly.
But for sure, I'm because they will come to parliament.
Say, Makofa, colonial government as well. Actually, no, there's a bigger issue. I try to tell a lot of Africans that you fancy Ghana are wrong. If you claim that you're Ghanaian, then in some way you've abandoned your ancestors. Look at how. I say be a Ghanaian, yeah. That when you two land with Ghana, 1957. Yes, sir. Before Ghana being.
Yes, sir. Send a Gold Coast.
Aha, Gold Coast a British fund there. In Tikuran Casa, a book. Obefa colony no person we assassin or transfer 180 years and OJM. Before they were other Dutch colony Portuguese but we're dealing with the British one. OJM area now no demarcate say the colony and a young inherited few of nonsense and your friend in Ghana.
Okay.
Into inheriting a system of government to come and a couple of by. So we share in common mark. No more African, parliament. So
yes.
No much a white smoke. Come on. Cabinet is no one does only 8 and one no. That's the government. you inherited British system of government and the young modify into a backup.
I say a copy or move back to your movie BS as a fast.
Yes.
Wait, not yeah.
And if it's the end of the boy, some more catches away the boy, not way the air. Indeed, we didn't consider how to infuse the chiefs into it. The chiefs also almost last now to chief, only effective. Only effective, and say, and yet it's not very effective. Leadership you active leadership. People that will be on the ground. Last week, she was on the ground, dealing with the market women, dealing with the street vendors, be on the ground, and only practical leadership now you show.
And see, I know, so could you not baby waiting like I say, into bono, a 5 city near customer could.
Yes.
Nti okan body onimdie wehu but these people won't descend you omote esro ho na ye training we say wokwa akawe nti the all can enye no na Ghana ni nso FM.
No.
Wow.
Now another issue dealing with this leadership thing into here obia oye leader no on person challenging. Would the idea be balance idea be good or unfair? That's the kind of relationship that we have now.
Okay.
You will Libya say you fancy who grievance, who idea being up person the bar. You come meeting now. You very box be. There will be a paper. Say try how about the situation. No what trouble. There are 2 boxes. He is shaky. We are to be any back. We are kind of fire. Hey, got us in you. You live back or question. So not backlash be amba. Because sometimes one will be a question in your tools. So we are say show. And I say, your tiger will say we are this political party who poesy are buying. Or some particular leader. It doesn't matter whether it's MPP or NDC. Whichever leadership is there, no, who will proceed upon with the questions you are asking. But when you are frack, you need to be a particular question. You know you want to be a question.
Okay.
In the ways and means of leadership to me engaging the panel on a very, very grassroots level, like almost personal, to me gather information be a boah. Wow. And get up the high pedestal, and even they're moving around now, almost using convoy in your man. That thing will do a Philippines. Not some rich people be a person who no matter police, no matter police.
Okay.
Almost not saying why it's not good. And yet, crack. It shows you that they're not really willing to feel the pain. Yes. Fix the roads.
Sure.
Fix the roads. And you don't need this motorcade convoy. You don't need it. Oh yeah.
Eti ebusia for ye can Magnus and na etwetwe enkomo ene ye hwe topic to say leadership. Then and na we okanini and say we leader is super necessary wo dan agi. Do you lead according to wish and say follow your mo pen obeye e dia ma wo mo. Aha goes that you is show ni jinji Ebaanesen ye to ye enkomo twetwe no eso. Chief mayem bisa Ghana hano ti said na wokan ye won no maybe aye hwansa na ya peki obi say enipa we amase yatum ne so aba say oye mampeni but last na ye can be aye nwi pese ye come back to enipa no ne yefu ye flat obenya asem member di ye no na yefu start ba ye treaty obu treaty on physical body no e just sebi wo madwene bese me bisa say empenimfo ayeyi wo mo na say bi opese obeye peni no ese se timi hwe na adwene man sana ya man sa chance na
You 2 books bia na ye kinkan.
Okay.
What am your friend George Orwell.
Okay.
Book no ba ko ye Animal Farm. What is that book there?
Mateda o maka wan.
Animal Farm and ba ko ye 1984.
Okay.
Or throw books wey 1940 ho baby a check. Now in the Animal Farm book no, na in boa any nipa ti.
Okay.
Farm so.
Okay.
Any nipa need abuse your mo.
Omo abuse mo wan.
Yes.
Okay.
Ona no oboa no afotu no tutu by heart. Oma nkonkono ni fie no ye dwuma. Imo wo dwane kiti enko ye.
Okay.
Ena animals inside say only two human beings.
Okay.
Only two nipa no. Inti no omo na nipa no koda no ma meet say you be two.
Oh, okay.
And in the meeting no some of the animals we agree say you two. In no man no omo ti wo so be dey no omo tuko. Omo ye juma bi.
Okay.
And na mpoko no mo dey no so no. Omo ye juma na ma they used to it now.
Okay.
Inti then they be and na Preko no said no you bet me to omo na omo for kika na omo ye na omo ye revolution omo tu lipa.
Okay.
Omo tu lipa ri ye no and na omo assume positions no.
Okay. Omo no.
Say lipa to ko.
Isa.
Inti ye be fa ne say lipa na etu ye ne colonial master.
Okay.
Oko. Say ye ne be masters.
Masters
over all people.
Sure.
Ye ne be show man nine.
Sure.
In the master and servant relationship you inherit that type of control and leadership.
Okay.
And they are back. In Preko, no one will brain work my farm.
Oh, okay.
I'm say young plan and saying, okay, how are we going to sell it in your money?
Wow.
Inti, Omoko did that, them na ni pane dano.
Okay.
No, most some way kesiye. Omo nanti. Omo didi. Ye ka omo si ye jumanti the mind.
Oh, okay.
It's not later on I see you two almost.
You two break on because Omo.
Aha, but not idea normally two the pan acquire some way say it's you two my going to be running business. These people I mean you see that book as an example. Say Nipa na what to Obama and answer while assuming some leadership position. The reason why he's trying to or start on gaining weight is because on relaxing only problem they are free petrol, free wine, free car, free someone salary, free healthcare. It's relaxing and he doesn't have to do much. It begins to gain weight. And in African culture, let's say we are skinny grandma, we are slim now, we are fit and so way. Skinny way.
Yes, can you say?
And no idea we have to work on as ourselves as to how we see people who are leaders. Perception.
Okay.
But remember, your perception that you crowd is run from abroad. Not with DS so only is fear. Until we don't have our own identity per se. Yeah, identity. And yes, but
sure.
The situation I don't pay change. And it's typical where the foreign identity won over the natural identity.
Yes.
Sure. Say you have to consider say we've been ruling ourselves for only 66 years and chair. When you compare other countries now, only 300, 400, 700, British monarchy 1,000 years and over.
Wow.
Oh, into idea this year, nipa na appointing leaders. We will learn how to appoint people or more substance.
Okay.
So who could see campaign questions that will be sir.
Okay.
We say how the guy when they were doing the one factory.
Yeah.
Because people say, give us a blueprint of one factory you do, how you go about it, and what benefit, and how many people were employed. Wouldn't say 31 million people.
Sure.
Most of them are young people between the age of 18 to 35 or baby. Are buying into me 20 billion jobs. In fact, now Ghana government ministers government officials into how many jobs can the government really give? The government can create situations that citizens will be enough resources to open jobs or farms or whatever to employ the people.
Wow. And see, not just say your mindset.
And also what?
And then I am why.
We have to go back before they were a bit called Kwame Nkrumah Ideological Institute and then Winneba University. We America or West Point College, a military academy. So we school now per se be leader. Now what could training? Who training as to become advanced a military academy or teaching something like that. Instead of going to university. Now when you're war science alongside your curriculum. It's really now you're lieutenant. What's our skills? What with military skills, now what private skills. What was serve as an officer in the United States Army? Who we are now what leadership I say. Now you're lieutenant, second lieutenant, then you're lieutenant, then you're captain, then you're major. Be a lieutenant colonel. What rising to the rank? We need structure of leadership. You also know how to follow. Leadership is not just leading; it's also following and leading by example. Until by the time I'm a senator and I say, who are being.
Okay.
We don't have the almost clear idea. No, we don't have anywhere where we groom leaders anyhow.
Leadership programs. Right. Council of State.
They probably don't know. What's say? Somebody say, hey, where are Council of State, advisory council, or people who are already older and experienced are more advising. I'm talking about the young people coming up.
Okay.
A place where they go to learn how to become a leader.
Okay.
So later on, if some of them become MPs or whatever, they know how to lead.
Okay. Or leadership skills.
Yes.
The requirement.
Yes. Who's beside the question, he doesn't get angry.
It's like my question is so or my answer so
you're a public servant, answer the damn question.
Okay.
And you're personal.
Okay.
If you assume to put yourself into the public forum, we have the right to ask you questions. So your problem of even in the police, where there's leadership and rank. Sure. If you ask the police a question, I know you're like, wait a minute, watch me. Who said I've broken some rules?
Yes,
can I tell you that I don't know that I broke a rule?
Yes, sir.
If the ignorance of the law is no excuse. Sure. I can't say that meaning say you're wrong.
Sir.
I can't say that. But breaking rule now, but breaking rule. I have to know the law as a citizen. Sir. Who pulling me over? Now you be unlawful. I can challenge you.
Sir.
Hey, I'm not attacking you personally, but because of the way we do leadership, everybody who has small power always abuses it or misuses it. It gets to their head. I'm this, I'm that, I'm so and so. Then it's been challenging.
Then it's not leadership because what started and say we a leader, you were exemplary leader. Can you watch why you actually means I should be able to do it. Why you actually say na yede then pede can not say you need leaders oh cronin
you need tools
you need tools because one more year who one more year say the show woman be so as he say nipa and the say because if you are who beside you to be a mere political science. One is called political science. What I mean, share psychology, and I say, share idea, and yet different from politics. Maybe some say, I didn't think Ebaanesen by this time. What should we do? We'll be also acquire political science. We'll be also acquire political science. Who call you Wishwa? And you all more yes, our course will be and I will be really want to see. Law, plan, yeah, can't say my papa, yeah, law. On what basis na you need to say wage or ye like on what basis because it all falls under this leadership can on what basis and I need so Emma will be tired to money put the question aside.
The issue about young people going for this political science is very misguided. The reason why we end is because they have seen how these politicians are growing fat and how they're taking advantage and abusing their power. And they want to also get the clout of being called honorable and getting access to contracts and so on. If you want to be a leader, take public administration.
Okay. There's a formal phone in that cabin.
Public administration is a course and not sure how to manage the public administration. You go to local government.
Okay.
That's what they're trying to do. They want to do something for the country. Ideology, they want to go to law school so that possibly they might become a lawyer. Not everybody in parliament is a lawyer. It's a prerequisite to be a lawyer because they say that only lawmakers. If people are assuming that, because law school I become an MP. No. Actually, no. They catch Madame Viola said this is becoming almost criminal because what they're doing is manipulating law, no? And they miss the point. They're supposed to be managing the public administration.
Okay.
No manipulating the law. When they disagree with something, take it to court. They're turning the parliament into a court. And yet, a public administration, local government, how are we going to run this? And yet, into the idea that you're taking political science to go and do and become an MP, why you are? And the question you're supposed to ask is If he has that mentality, how do we get that mindset? Yeah, time no, we didn't care about any. Maybe time no, I grew up under all army government.
Okay.
From a champion to Wallace.
Okay.
I never saw any civilian president.
Okay.
You will be glad that. But I started seeing that when they started bringing civilian presidents, and then Nkrumah started acquire something like my party. Yeah, me the champion. Yeah. Okay. There was nothing there of substance. Now, the problem comes from the fact that we don't groom leadership.
Okay.
If we have proper guidance now, they will realize that, oh, I want to serve the country. Do you really want to be a public servant? What are some of the disadvantages? You do whatever. The theatre, the TV. We will do whatever. Whether it's true or not doesn't matter. You face ridicule. Public service is not for everybody. And you'll be a walk home with my channel. I can't send that kind of crap.
Who true be managed? Who true say the managed? No, because when you say it comes to the work.
It comes to the work. Okay. But the public servants have become a public tyrant. Who send the question who don't like?
Yes, you obey you.
You understand? Now if you don't move, you do what them. Where did we get that culture from? That culture comes straight out of the colony. When in Ghana for they don't know nothing about the colonial system. It's intentional. But for Mufiano, they made sure say, oh, the Sanya man next year.
Okay.
When we be a ghost names we
have. One
now British for Ebaha Juma for the British colonial government. Almost fee England another time. Almost yet roast and normally fake names account. They are sending this kind of from normal song. And I Ghanaian this year from there.
Oh, okay.
It's almost quiet. Ministers when I don't know here. If they never be, we'll get rid of them. It will take time, but we have to have a leadership school, such as the one that they had, Kwame Nkrumah had, what you now call Yuba University, where they teach you some things that will make you become a real leader who are concerned for the people, who create integrity. You understand? And your leadership style is also personal, not distant. Who like, yes, I
you have interaction with your people. Yes, what's your office now?
Yes, you have to know when your leadership is not that good. Your poor performance, what is making it poor, and then you upgrade it.
Okay.
And then we encourage leadership. So most of the leaders we have came there because they have something.
Okay.
To stand, campaign, get there.
It's like they are not genuine.
Yeah, there's a reason why he wants to be there.
Make advantage of the people because may way or more say, we are handsome. It's me.
Yeah. Nipa now no can say oh no she wants the young boy or young lady wants to do political science. What does she want to do?
Experience Ben Kuno.
I didn't know person this one. Oh yeah. TV presenter. Who mean cast with my
we can't do it.
What is the reason why you want to do political science to go and become an MP for what purpose? I say to go and steal. Because payments and loss. Oh, if you want money, I go and open your own.
Sure.
But that salary of the MP and loss.
And loss.
They don't read no money.
Wow. I'm saying for conversation, I very interesting. Pioneers and Kitsoyeni, King Magnus and the Equity and Comono, much that say a knowledge, wisdom, G. Oh, yeah, number one. On no sooner I didn't start issuing to what blessing, and yes, and Kitwa. Ye coach if one year wrap it up for the first episode. Even to say, ye walking. One for my say on mine 66 years less and car or you power pension. And think if something legacy ben away jar to a main to buy a body dear because of a way. Obey ye, Jumano. This is one thing I won't mean you furniture. They say, who tree of say, Cecilia for ye or mine. Then I'm penny for a year, Emma or mine for young.
Definitely, she started to say training youth about leadership.
Okay.
National Youth Agency.
Okay.
Malik Basintale, a young guy,
yes,
doing a good job. Yes, sure, sir, job developmental skills training. I'm not sure, I don't know.
Okay.
But normally, what I'm seeing for what I'm following, he is getting jobs for them.
Okay.
When you say culture anymore, you need problem solving skills. You need decision making tools. So when you ask them, how do you solve it? Most of us, we solve our problems through spiritual means. And the most common is either the mosque or the church. That's where we go and solve the problem. Until we don't develop proper problem solving skills with the right decision making tools, in the also count. And we're not grooming the leaders. As I said, nursery, a glass house, it was small, flower pots, we need a transplanting, another bigger flower pot, and they see farms. We don't have that step. There's those steps. Your leadership and management courses at schools, but I know your interest of the person. We're talking about teaching the people how to lead. Let me give you an example. There's some store area, in between, some kind of shopping area, in between two gas stations. Over there, Shell one, and then there's another one, same street now, two gas stations. In between, petrol station and some 50 meters. Now, almost 50 meters, another petrol station. Almost ship ball and one of the business guys said, who's a gas station? Also, I'm an ordinary citizen passing by. But I could see the danger that eventually, because maybe a petrol will be an addition. It's seeping to the soil, eventually it trigger something. And I said, almost so long around 9 o'clock. To be sure, I have a baba no master time, I'm going to almost 11. Not the sound bad baby, I'm here. No, Jai. They think one day we buy him, cheap for him, I want to share him.
Just say, what is almost radio?
Now we can say, okay, my sword thing. So eventually, no, I'm going to have to report.
Wow. Wow.
We should be taking initiatives when we see something that is going wrong. Because you need leadership more. Nobody's taking charge. There's a guy who was a blog up here, around who said, Nipa are defecating and putting in rubber bag and putting in the water. What's that guy? I don't know. One guy, you know, will be around 77 with Johnny Knight. Oh, no, can't say, I don't know, to call a drainage system. That's how you do it. Calling the thing out when it's happening because nobody's doing it. The people in charge don't want to call it out because they don't want to offend the people who voted for them. And the people who voted for them too are citizens. Yes, so we don't have the skills of being able to challenge. Let's stand and go. You will be our leadership style. We are sometimes, to see, for example, if I can talk about the political situation, the oral situation, it's because you lead an patient and pragmatic. Nanka, what we expect is a day. But leadership style is very passive. Human beings don't have the skills. A good example is your own household. What if you eat in Ofio? A good time for water biller, not you. Ubiase Miniska. This man, the money, very soon. Who will be made and this no. But somehow, they are 2 pipe moments a week. There's no leadership in the house. What I say, nobody say, hey, from this point on, this is how we're going to do it. You need to me, monthly, average, it's in Babbage, one child. Somebody needs you in particular. Yes. You have something. But somebody has to take charge and not feel bad or sorry for the other person who is trying to cheat. That leads to the issue of what you see shouldn't even know that attitude.
I ended it. Baby, I know this already.
there's no consequence.
Wow. For yene King Magnus and actually and come and Ebaanesen Show so and ye share leadership. Then you consider a solution. Then a young ya a bed say ye so the same panel to watch it will be and see Uber his social media handles. Goes that TV, YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. No, I can have full interview or honor. So we are so say on round show swap and then so number in the screen so over fret or very busy not will be not of the mount kind so one of the member was facing I was not ever here no about the grant interview maybe yeah you maybe every more a catching and not yeah as much what the so best was I swap and then so obviously me afraid it was 050-845-3257 na and so you know actually come after baby our person wo how be wo ni die bi o person o man na yet titru mebro no etimi boy abrabo a na mbe ya me boss sie no won so betimi afre na se duma wo die bia no wo betimi afre na wo so ni die no wa dun ko bia wo person oni pa bi ana so bi fo ya ho faso no eno so ya ba bi ka na yen so ya dia social media no so e di amaye dwumedia ni di eno me da wa se wo je be Shey, na wasipa makamuzo.